Hello everyone, welcome back to Vlogmas, day 5 today. So today, once again, I'm not going to be going out because I've got work to do. Got work on assignment to do. So this is just a little kind of check-in, just to say that that's what we're going to be doing. I'll be doing this story again later, of course, and I must remember as well to try and show you my advent calendars, because I have got some advent calendars which are in my room. So yes, I need to remember to show you them as well at some point today. So I'll probably might try and show you them before I do the story tonight or something. So yeah, but anyway, that's what we're going to be doing today. So I'm going to go and get started shortly. And yeah, I'll probably see you a bit later on. Bye! Hello everyone, welcome back. I've finished all my work now, for today anyway. And yeah, I managed to get quite a bit of progress done, and I didn't have any issues today with Premiere, so that was good. And yes, it was all pretty good really, and we had curry for tea because it's Friday. We always have curry on a Friday. So yes, all been good. Not been too bad. So anyway, it's time for the story. So let's have a look what tonight's book is. It's going to be so tonight's book is Little Miss Tiny's Big Adventure. Let's have a look. This one. You may know that Little Miss Tiny is very tiny indeed. But did you know that Little Miss Tiny is so very tiny that she lives in a mouse hole? One morning, she went out of her little house to buy some wool to finish the scarf she'd been knitting. But when Little Miss Tiny goes shopping, she doesn't go on the bus or in a car like you or I do. Oh no, she's much too small for that. So she travels by pocket. Yes, that's right, by pocket. This particular pocket belonged to a jacket which belonged to a farmer on his way to the market. Little Miss Tiny's shopping trip had begun. But first, a short tractor ride. Little Miss Tiny was jumped and jiggled, bumped and buffeted in the pocket of the jacket of the farmer on the tractor. Giggled Little Miss Tiny in the pocket of the jacket of the farmer on the tractor. What an adventure I'm having, she said to herself. I have so much to tell my friends about. The farmer sneezed. The farmer sneezed a very big sneeze, and as he arrived at the market square, he pulled out his handkerchief and... What do you think happened to Little Miss Tiny? She pulled out of the pocket and down, down, down she fell. Poor Little Miss Tiny. But she wasn't hurt, and Little Miss Tiny soon cheered up when she realised that she was in the middle of the town. Now I shall go and do my shopping, she said to herself. 2 crumbs of bread, please, she said to the baker. But as she left the baker's, what did she meet? An enormous rat, the biggest rat of all the rats, a mean-looking rat who had his eye on her breadcrumbs and maybe on her. But as quickly as it had arrived, the rat ran away, frightened by a cat. I think it's time for me to go back home, said Little Miss Tiny to herself. But the farmer had already left. Could Little Miss Tiny really walk all the way home on her little legs? Certainly not. So she decided to try and get a lift from a passing car. But there were no cars on the road that night. Poor Little Miss Tiny. It wasn't long before the rain started to fall, and when you're as small as Little Miss Tiny, each raindrop is like a saucepan of water. Little Miss Tiny began to cry. If only someone would drive past, she said to herself. But nobody came. Little Miss Tiny found an old tin can for shelter. She curled up inside and waited for the rain to stop. Shh, don't make any noise. Maybe Little Miss Tiny will fall asleep. Little Miss Tiny did fall asleep, and when she woke up, the rain had stopped. The cloudless sky was lit up by the moon and stars. Little Miss Tiny still felt so alone. Bounce, bounce. Who do you think is making that noise? Yes, it's Mr. Bounce, bouncing and laughing as he goes. Please don't bounce on me, said a little voice. The little voice was, of course, Little Miss Tiny. And would you be kind enough to help me home? With pleasure, replied Mr. Bounce, and lifting up Little Miss Tiny, he bounced her out of the field, along the road, and all the way home. I'll never forget how you helped me, said Little Miss Tiny to Mr. Bounce, as he put her down in front of the farmhouse. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Mr. Bounce bounced over the gate. I'll come back and visit next Sunday, he said as he bounced away. Oh dear, my bread is all wet, said Miss Tiny to herself, but the little mice who live next door won't mind. I'll give it to them. Then she went to fetch her knitting. She hadn't even managed to get any wool, but perhaps it didn't matter now. The scarf wasn't very long, but it was just the right size for Mr. Bounce, the perfect thank you present for her small but very bouncy friend. The end. Oh, that was a good book, wasn't it? Right. Now then, I've just remembered that I was going to show you my advent calendars, wasn't I? So, yes, I will show you that now. So just give me a second, I'll just flip the camera around and then we can all do the advent calendars together. Right, okay then, so here are my advent calendars for this year. So we have a pretty standard, just Cadbury Dairy Milk one, and I have also got this one, Cadbury Dairy Milk Notice Biscoff. Very nice. So yes, I think I'll open these on camera tonight, and I might possibly do this a little bit more, maybe, if I remember. So yes, so as you can see, we've opened 4 of them. So we're going to look for number 5 tonight, which is just there. So let me see if I can do this. It might be a little bit difficult one-handed, but we can give it a go, can't we? Oh, a little bit difficult, but there we go. Oh dear, it ripped a bit. That's not ideal, but it says Yum Christmas treats. So look at the chocolate. It is yes, Christmas pudding. Very nice. I'll just eat that one now. Right then, moving on to this one. So, look for number 5. There it is. So, let's see what we've got today. I think I know what it's going to be, but we'll have a look anyway. Nice pattern. Yes, got a Biscoff today. So it says there's basically 12 dairy milks and 12 Biscoff pieces. So I think what we're getting basically is on the days that end in an odd number, we're going to get one of these Biscoff pieces. And on the days that end in even numbers, we'll get a dairy milk. So I'll get a dairy milk tomorrow. Biscoff pieces are a bit nicer, to be honest. But yes, it's nice to have a variety. So I'll put this one over here, and I'll have it later. So yes, anyway, that's all for today. And yes, I will see you all tomorrow for the next book, and probably another advent calendar. And yeah, I think tomorrow's probably going to be exactly the same as today once again. Yeah. But I mean, the weather outside is atrocious at the moment, so not really good for going out and doing walks anyway. So yes, I'll see you then anyway. Bye bye.